Hi, welcome to Turn Right Machine Works. My name is Keith. Today we have a new project. It's a heat treatable pin we're going to be making. The pin we're copying is a main bucket pin for a miniature excavator, and we've chosen to make this pin out of 4340. 4340 is a high strength, high impact material, and we will be bringing it to, we will heat treat it. We've picked up some quenching oil because it is an oil quenching material, and our final action on this pin will be to go ahead and heat it up and quench it in oil to get the hardness. Now this comes in hot roll finish, and that's what we're starting out with, is just a 1 foot chunk here, about 1/8 of an inch per side oversize, and we're going to get in a lathe and get going. Alright, now we just took a skim on the butt end of this thing and a little bit on the diameter here, because we're going to be chucking it on this end and letting it hang out here, and we're going to center drill the other end here, because we're gonna have, that's going to be that end there, and we're going to have a certain amount of this cut off. So we can hang on to this right here, and we'll be able to machine this entire outside of this pin in one setup, and then cut it off, and then go ahead and on this end here we'll have to make a relief in here for the zerk fitting to be down inside. We're going to drill down through here, and we're going to put in a grease hole. Just want to set it up so we're going to be comfortable with our machine work. When you give a slight tension on your jaws and you give a slight rotation on your parts will more so self-center themselves in a 3-jaw chuck. Just kind of a little hint. Alright, I'm satisfied with that. There's a lot of, you could sit here and you could put an indicator right here and you could check it, but I'm kind of eyeballing across here. And I don't see any motion, so I'm going to call that good. Alright, so now I can come in here and center drill the end of this, and then we're ready to start turning. Alright, we've taken the first cut here, and this is pretty well, I didn't show you center drilling because you guys have seen that before, and this is going to be just a series of straight cuts, nothing fancy. But what I can show you is that I've taken one cut here, and I've got, at this end here, I got a diameter of, 1 inch 7 and 4 thousandths. 1 inch 704 thousandths. And over here we got 1 inch 696. Okay, so we got about 8 thousandths difference between here and here. So we're going to adjust the tailstock. And now this is pretty nice because this is a full cut, so we can come over here. We give ourselves a little room here, and because we need to access our adjustments here on the tailstock. So we're going to go ahead and set up a mag base here, and we're going to put it right against our shaft here. I'm going to set this, and we want to go ahead and we want to bring the tailstock back this way for, I think we moved it the other day, for the other way. We're a little bit longer out here, and there's our 4 there. Alright, now we can take another cut and we'll check it after that. Alright, we got 654 and 651. So we got about 3, so another thou and a half. We're going to move this over. Alright, we got down here, down to our number that we consider where we need to switch over from machining to hand finishing. We've also tried our fitting on here, and this is like a no-go gauge, and right now we can't put this on here, but it's almost wanting to go on here. So we're gonna start hand finishing this surface on here, and we're gonna do it with the draw file. And this is just a single cut mill file. I have two choices. I like Nicholson and I like Sandvik, are two manufacturers of files that there are plenty of other good files out there, but those are my two choices that I've always been pleased with on how long the sharpness lasts on a good quality file. Alright, now I put something over the ways here because we're going to be working this surface, and I just wanted to hit a couple tips there. Files cut only in one direction, so you should use that direction and then clear it. I like to rub backwards on my hand. It usually knocks things out, loosens them out of the teeth of the file, and then go for your next stroke. Keeping a clean file between strokes. When you start feeling it have an interruption, you balled up and you got a piece on here, raised up on here, stuck in here, and it will duplicate a scratch on your part. So keeping your files clean, draw a file in only in one direction, and bringing it down to size. Then when you get pretty well down to size, then you start working a hand finish and sanding. We'll get right into that. But let's run a draw file across this. Single stroke, rub backwards. You can see the debris fall, and that's why I cover the ways, so that grit, those filings aren't being rubbed into the ways of the machine. Some material finishes real nice, and some of it has a cherry finish. You can see them usually when you flip it over. And you always should carry a file card. Alright, and you can stop time to time, check your diameters here, and also check your fit. And we just took about 2/1000 off of that. And we'll go ahead and check our fit of our collar. About 592, and we figured about 595 was our clearance or our pin size we were trying for. So we're within a couple thousand. The reason why this won't slide on any farther past that, because half of this diameter normally rides in this reduced diameter right there. Okay, see, it won't go on past there because it's got a new diameter here. Alright, now we'll go ahead and we'll paper polish this. If I was working a short diameter or a reduced distance, I would use strip paper and draw file it. Sometimes I do that, but most of the time it's a lot of area to work. And a big sheet, I like this 100 grit here, aluminum oxide. It's a good sheet material to just hold with your palm of your hand. Alright, we've got our compound swung around here. We've taken our bevel protractor and some good light behind it, and I guesstimated that this angle here and this angle here are 24 degrees, and now we're going to go ahead and put that angle there and here, and that should finish the outside turning before we turn it around. we took out the zerk and we crammed this drill bit all the way down into the bottom, so they drilled it out that size. So we're gonna use that same size drill, and we're going in about 4.5 inches. Alright, there's the zerk hole. Now let's give it a little air here. Alright, now the last thing is a little radius on the corner. We're just going to do that by hand.